Welcome back, Hot Wheels collectors and 1/64 scale diecast. A little update on what's been going on here in the Hot Wheels Museum. It's been about 3 weeks since I posted a video. I do apologize. Lots of things going on. Winter's here, at least it seems to be. And look what I've got up here anyways. I've got 14 out of the 15 Hot Wheels team transport vehicles up on this newly displayed area of my room. So I thought I'd share that with you guys. Still looking at filling spaces on the excuse me, on the walls here, the display walls, as I continue to unearth the diorama, junkyard diorama, and making a dent here. But as it goes, I have also been buying things online and at flea markets and other things, and lots to share with you guys. These are things you're going to see in upcoming videos. I've got this amazing GMC M2 collection of square body trucks. I've got more on the way. Square body syndicate. I've also got some of these more exclusive models. Everything's going to be coming out for a review in a future video. And of course, still opening up old blue card stuff, saving the best rare stuff for last. And today's video, it's kind of a mixture actually. I've got all sorts of things to show you. I am going to be opening up all of these bluish card faded series cars that you see here from my Hot Wheels hoard that was on the diorama. I do have some extremely rare variations in this one as well, but we'll talk about those in a moment. Zender Fact 4 and that Jaguar XJ220 being the rare ones. And in the background, you may have noticed a nice car culture assortment. This is the latest wave, Cruise Boulevard. So we'll just take a nice little peek at those. I was lucky enough to get one set in the wild at my local Walmart, and then the next time I went to Walmart, the shelves were just filled with the things. So I was able to get a whole nother set for opening and putting on my loose display wall. And also, this one I got, where did I get this set? Nope, I got this one at the flea market. I've already ordered another set, previously to finding these ones at the flea market, of the Fast and Furious Off-Road series. Excuse me, I got something tickling my throat here. So I'm going to have two sets of those, opening one set up. And while I was at the flea market, this is not brand new, this came out in 2018. Forza Horizon 6-car set, likely a Walmart exclusive, I guess. Maybe you guys have seen it already, but I had not, so I picked that up. May have paid a little bit too much, $30 Canadian for those, but oh well, I don't have them. My goodness! Anyways, check out the artwork on these things, what I really liked. Number 1 in the series, 92 BMW M3. Oh, there's the phone thing.
Here are some TV shows.
My
Grey's Anatomy.
Holy smokes.
The Real Housewives of New Jersey.
What is really going on, guys, here?
Washington.
Every time I say series, the phone thinks I'm saying Siri. So, anyways, that's what I get for having the phone in the Hot Wheels room. Where was I? This is a real professional video, guys. I'm a little rusty, as you can see. The next one here, 2 out of 5. Seems to simulate summer in the background. It's got a summery type atmosphere, whereas this one is spring. You can see the leaves are kind of a gold and yellow, and here they're green, and there's lots of spring flowers around the BMW. The 96 Nissan 180SX looking nice, other than those goofy PR5 wheels. And here's a casting that Hot Wheels just seems to keep pulling out in almost the same decorations, with the exception of a couple black stripes and that ghosted Forza logo on the door. But here we see fall, all of those nice maple leaves fluffing about and swirling around, swirling, whatever. And then you've got the Cobra Daytona Coupe, also a fall type theme, and of course we have what appears to be winter. What better time than to drive your Lamborghini Veneno or Porsche 911 GT2 993, something or other. Okay, anyways, that's a little bit of digression. Before we get into opening up all these wonderful little blue card cars, and I would open more if my video wasn't going to take hours and hours to complete. Just thought I'd do a little overview of the main storage unit. Lots of sorting and cleaning up around here. I had literally boxes just everywhere of cars that I had to root through and kind of put away. So, I mean, under the diorama it is just loaded with boxes. And of course, so many Hot Wheel cases, so many opportunities for a mystery box review, which I really should do extremely soon. 'Tis the season. And all these other boxes which would double as an amazing mystery box, or just an old classic rewind type thing. Fast and the Furious, there's another set. I'm still collecting this set here. I was lucky enough to get these at my flea market. And then got every other car other than the gray Chevrolet Chevelle SS. That one and the Trans Am appear to be the difficult ones to get in that set. Ooh, how about this gem? I don't think I've reviewed this one actually since I got it about a month ago on eBay. I'm going to have to do a separate review on that to show it a bit better, but that was a $380 US purchase. I'll explain why in a future video if you couldn't tell already. Time to open up some mid-90s, kind of bluish, blue card, faded card Hot Wheels. All vintage, all mint condition. All hermetically sealed in their original packaging for over 20 years. I've got them set up here, 2 rows. Look at these nice, interesting old vintage packaging. Mint condition Hot Wheels. Soon to be let free and put onto the display walls. I'm not going to go into any significant details on any one of these castings other than the rare ones, which I mentioned at the start of this video. Well, you can't really see anything here, so alright. Anyways, most of these cars aren't worth more than about $1. That's probably about all I even spent for them. And in many cases, consulting the Michael Zarnock Variations Bible of Hot Wheels, even he says that in mint condition, in the packaging, most of these cars aren't worth more than $3. Although I think the value has actually dropped on these things. Now with so many new collections out there and a shift in the interest, these cars are really only worth about $1, except for some of the more extreme, really nice castings and variations that people specifically hunt out. Such as this Lamborghini Diablo in beautiful metallic blue with those terrible 5-dot wheels. And the Jaguar XJ220. Well, I bought both of these cars for $1. The one on the right here that has the Snowblade wheels, actually very rare variation versus the 3-spoke. You can see the difference in the wheels. The Snowblade variation, when these cars were being recorded by Mike Zarnock, was so rare that he assigned a value of $40 US to that. I paid $1 for it, Canadian, so time to open it up, get it on the wall. And Zender Fact 4, well, that's an even older car. That one's dating back to about 1995 or 6. These ones here I think are around 2000, 2001. Maybe not even, maybe 98, 99. But anyways, we got lots of interesting cars. Here's another Lamborghini, an old Countach from the 97 first editions. Some really cool stuff here. And what car better to start with than these Jaguars? Let's check them out. I'm only going to look at these ones a little closer than the rest of them because of my reasoning, variations. Quite interesting to me. I am a variations collector. I'm just not a package collector. I don't have the real estate or space to keep these cars in the package and thoroughly enjoy them as they, as other collectors might be able to do. And putting them away in totes and boxes and Tupperware just doesn't do it for me. I like to see my collection. I like to appreciate it at all times. And I really am not a seller of these cars. That's probably not going to happen for a long time. So, for that reason, they do get opened up on this channel more often than not. And there you go. What was the year on that one? Just kind of curious. 1997. So it has been in that package nearly 23 years as we approach the year 2020. Time of filming is mid-November 2019. Check it out. Very cool looking car. Actually, Hot Wheels just brought the Jaguar XJ220 back into the main line this year after several years dormant and unused Very happy about that. So that is the common car, worth accordingly $3. And here, well, this one has been sitting in someone's garage for a long time in a box. You can tell it's got a little bit of mildew on it, a little bit of water residue, but overall in great shape. There's no damage or stains, but I don't know if anyone actually would pay $40 for this car nowadays. Maybe they would, but you know, I'm just happy to have it as part of my collection. Oh, well, there's always that chance that it might drop, but not far. And there you see the tri-blade wheels, no other difference. You have to keep in mind that the valuation on these cars was at a time when the main collectible thing with Hot Wheels was just treasure hunts and variations. And now, of course, you've got car culture, team transport, Fast and the Furious, convention cars, everything. So many different things to collect, so many really realistic, nice cars to collect. You've got other brands like Greenlight, M2, Auto World. So it's really, I think the value has come down on these cars. But then again, that's just my thought. I might be completely wrong. I was unable to find this car on eBay hunting around. I found plenty like this. And again, the other thing that kind of lowers the value is that so many customizers have become so skilled. Unless you really know what to look for with these rivets and signs of tampering, which usually can be seen if you really check it out, but not on a picture online. You might end up with the car and then realize that there's a problem. Anyways, Zender Fact 4. This one is quite a common car, you're probably saying. And it is. Or it was back in 1990. Holy smokes, that's an old one. 1990. It actually was probably released around 91 or so. But this one here has the very rare Fact 4 tampo in front of the rear wheel. Most of these silver Zender Fact 4s did not have that tampo. Here we got some blue cardboard kind of rubbed off on the car, but that'll clean up. So there you go. That's a car I was missing. I have many variations of this car throughout the release period of it in the early 90s, but I did not have the one with the Zender Fact 4 on it. So thought I'd open that one up. Its card was rather rough. I don't think I paid much more than $5 for that online. A little bit of shipping. Now what? How about a pair of beautiful Lamborghinis? Got a first editions from 97. Premier Collector's Model, it says in the bottom. Isn't that cool? And then we've got the Diablo. And that one would have been released in 2000, number 114. And this one released, oh, even earlier, 1996, collector number 510. And I remember those tracks. I got all those tracks somewhere packed away. Those are hours of fun right there. And this one is just getting a little out of control. Way too many tracks. Let's get these open up, check out their beautiful details. Ooh la la. Shiny. Very shiny. Beautiful. Just don't like those wheels much, but all metal, guys. Really nice, heavy car. Probably, I think this was one of my favorite cars as a child growing up. Had a poster of it on my wall above my bed. And I also had a poster of this one, but I had the Countach poster with the big spoiler on the back. Out you come then. Now this casting is still used to this day. A little bit of rivet paint, another good sign that this is an authentic $1 car. Again with those creepy little 5 dots. This one has a plastic base. Alright, let's just zoom out a touch here and moving on to how about we look at some race trucks. These were an interesting series. I've got truck number 1 of 4 and number 3 of 4 here to complete my collection. Lots of wheel variations with these ones to note. That's basically why I'm opening these ones up. I already have them in my collection. Number 380 from 1995 and number 382 from 1995. Old Dodge Ram 1500 with the Goodyear 7-spoke tires. Goodyear Eagle number 1. Quite a plasticky truck, but still pretty cool. Nothing crazy here. This one is a big heavy truck, although it has a chrome plastic base, opaque windows, blacked out 7 spokes. Nice looking truck. Like I said, you're going to see all these cars getting put on the wall, or at least where I'm putting them after '96 first edition Mustang. Another Premier Collector car, it says at the bottom. Some interesting tracks on the bottom. This one's an all metal car. I think there's about 5 variations of this car. Once again, a wheel variation I did not have, the Mustang GT. 5-dot wheel. So a lot of these cars I picked up recently on eBay. Really reasonable prices from one seller. And most of them actually came from my own stockpile hoard of, do I open or do I not open? Because I don't know why. Still sorting cars, believe it or not, to this day. Here we have the Stingray, Corvette Stingray 3. This was a concept car. And it has the 5-spoke. A terrible purple plastic base. But a nice nice car with way too big of a windshield. Like what was going on here, guys? Likely a casting you won't see again in the Hot Wheels lineup. But here's one that has come back year after year. The VW Golf, the Fravenbergen edition, German word that I don't know. Collector number 474 from 1995. I don't remember, I was just blabbing about that one. Much older. This one, there's 3 variations of. There's a the lace wheel version of this car, which is common, and I have that one already. And the all black version with no tampos and the 5-spoke wheels, which I also have on my wall. And this little guy is going to fit in right in between nicely. So it's a really nice car for the collection. Let's hide that Stingray with it. How about a 93 Camaro? This used to be an exceedingly popular casting. You won't find it anymore. It's not very realistic. It has minimal details to the casting. It is collector number 505. Was available at KB Toys for 99 cents back in 1995. Value today, priceless. Well, maybe not priceless. So, got some lace wheels on it. They call those the lace wheels, I believe. Got the racing nets in the window. No tampos whatsoever other than that little Hot Wheels logo on the bumper. And camera, focus please. Yeah, pretty, nothing too exciting. Toejam. Just picked this one up at a flea market for $1. Collector number 1007. Released in 1998. Ooh, it's so special. They had to put a little piece of plastic in it to protect it from the cardboard itself because they knew that collectors were going to keep it in the package for 22 years. And they did. Until now. Toejam. Good race car on the racetrack, actually. Really nice race car. Not so much with loop-de-loops. It's a bit long for that, but for any just good old circle tracks, it's a great car. Actually has that somewhat functional tow hook. You can tow the other Hot Wheels. It's got a nice little catch on that catches most Hot Wheels at the rivet. This one here, tank truck from the Heat Fleet series. This one is, there's 2 variations here. One is the 7-spoke, one is the Snowblade. Actually, the package fell apart on this one before I could even show you me opening it. Show you me! Someone punched a hole in this card, so that makes it completely worthless. Number 539, 1996. Generic tank truck. Not much to say about these things, guys. Chrome plastic base, very low on detail. But you might ask, why am I sounding so negative? Well, I'm trying to sound humorous, I guess. I'm not really negative about these things. They're super cheap cars. It's just Hot Wheels has come a long way, I guess, but it's still neat. This was very nostalgic for me to go through these. These are the cars that I remember in my youth, and to this day they're still interesting. Number 487, Troop Convoy. That would have been released in '95. Open Sesame. There you go. I don't think the troops would want to be hauled around in a bright neon red truck for obvious reasons, but if they did, it has a removable canvas piece, I guess. Plastic. Big 5 spokes. Again, not much going on here. Kind of a neat, toyish looking vehicle. And here, if that wasn't toyish enough, is the Swing Fire, collector number 492. Probably released around the same year. Most of these are all released in the late 90s now. An interesting snow track type vehicle with little mini wheels, 5-spoke wheels in the front. This one's been tamed down. There's no turret or anything military-ish about it. It's just kind of a interesting casting. It rolls really well, even with those little wheels. Here's a fun car, the Shock Factor. One of the few versions you'll find with the basic wheels and not construction-y tire wheels. This is from my pile of expensive cars. This is the alternate deep red. These ones commonly had bright pink. But you'll notice, anyways, the wheel difference. Most of the cars in all the paint jobs over the years have these wheels. But this little Shock Factor, collector number 700 from 1996, does not. Alrighty. It's kind of a matte yellow. Kind of a cool little car. Way too large in scale. Scale's all messed up here. There is no scale. It's Hot Wheels. Next, Command Tank. Someone else punched a hole in it. Number 486. And this one has the interesting 90s type purple paint going on with the rotating turret. A drop door with the military guys. 4 little mini wheels. Tropical Series. Whew. Corvette convertible. Now, you know, I go woo, but they still make lots of bright, silly looking Hot Wheels. Actually, way too many of them for the adult collector, and I'm obviously somewhat particular, but to a kid, these are fantastic. Great colors. 1997. You can see them easily on the racetrack. Who wouldn't want a neon green Corvette C5 or C6 or whatever this is? C4. I don't know. Doesn't say. That's another problem. In the 90s and before, they really weren't putting any names on the cars. No collector numbers, so once you open it, you really don't know where it came from or what year it was produced or even what kind of car it is until you actually do a lot of homework. You really have to know something about Hot Wheels or real cars to be able to even figure it out in most cases. A common question amongst new collectors. Well, can you help me with this car? Well, it helps to know what kind of car it is, I guess. Starting point. Twin Mill 2, number 783, 1997. I just picked this one up at the flea market the other day for $1. Somehow my strange brain still can pick out cars I don't have in my 50,000 plus collection of cars and identify, hey, I need that one. And I wasn't even looking that long. It's really quite crazy. I should donate my brain to science for special scans at some point. But a cool little Hot Wheel, 2 motors, lots of exhaust, lots of bling and chrome. And here, from the White Ice series, we've got a white version with red windows. Oh, not again. My goodness. Okay. White, hot, and sleek. Ooh. This is collector number 564 from 996. And, oh, reach in here. Got the whole series. All 4 cars from the White Ice series. So as to avoid Siri. So anyways, let's open up these last 4 cars. Whammo! Gold, kind of a rose gold engine and exhaust. All white. There they are. Let's just point this down a bit. Oof. Got this crazy old casting. Ghostly Cool Speed Seeker. That's kind of neat. The Speed Seeker. This one was been around since the 60s, I believe. Something similar. Has the opening window canopy. I think they tilt back. Kind of hard to do. Oh, I can't do it. Anyways, they do flip open. Nothing on the base. I was just going through my red lines and I don't have a lot of red lines, but I found that car. And then we've got, what is this one? It's a Winter White Racer. That's not what this is. This one is the X3. I think it was the X3. Shadow Jet something. Shadow Jet 2 or 1. One of the Shadow Jets. Again, it doesn't say, but I just know because of collecting Hot Wheels. That is the Shadow Jet. All white. Kind of cool. White Ice Series, clearly cool in white and blue. That's it. Siri, you can take a hike. Here we go. What was this one called? I don't remember. Not one of my favorite castings. It's kind of neat. It's got these opaque cockpits. Big, long exhaust pipes right down the center from this well-established engine. Anyways, that's the Hot Wheels that we're opening up today for you. And where are they going? They're all pretty much going over here somewhere. That's going to be pretty hard to film. Unless I just put my camera there and then you can watch me putting them in place. But that'll be boring. I'm going to put them in there. And that's the end of the video, guys. You'll see all these cars anyways in my year-by-year videos as I get to that year, which is probably going to be years away. But anyways, lots of cool things to see. As I said, I have lots of good ideas. I think they're good ideas. Anyways, you can let me know if they're not. Regarding video ideas, box openings, those 48 car case explorations, maybe a review on some specific fancy old Hot Wheels, if anyone's interested in looking at some old Hot Wheels again. Got lots of those to look at. And of course, excuse the blur here as I move around. But I'm just gonna, this is the end of the video anyways. Only a fraction of my viewers will actually watch this last bit. And those that do, again, thanks for sticking around. I'm glad I've been able to entertain you this long. But lots of things left to sort through. Lots more interesting boxes to open up with you guys. And of course, the whole, I have no lights on in the Hot Wheel Museum. Yeah, lots more videos to come. Happy hunting.